using the Paula's Choice C15 Super Booster, 15% vitamin C with folic acid. Acid? I said acid. Acid? It's too early. This morning I'm on my way to church this morning. So, alright. And I'm going to apply my hyaluronic acid. This is my hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary. And I like to apply my skincare on damp skin. Down my neck. Alright. So, you know, summer is approaching and I love to wear, I really like to wear no makeup lately. That's what I've been doing. But when I have to wear makeup or I want to wear makeup, I like to wear tinted moisturizers. Let me go ahead and apply first my moisturizer. And I'm using the one by J.Lo Beauty today. And it's that Blockbuster. It's very hydrating. I really like this moisturizer a lot. Very hydrating on my skin. Not using the Pond's today. I know Pond's is like my staple, but I love this moisturizer. So very hydrating. It feels like it would be thick, but it's not. Really like the way it goes onto my skin. I took my band off and I don't know where I put my band. I think it's in the room somewhere, but anyway. And last but not least, I use my Murad Multivitamin Clear SPF. I really like this. It goes on clear and I like that. I like it a lot. Always use my sunscreen. So, I have another appointment coming up on Tuesday for my heart. And I know I talk about this a lot. This was very traumatic, okay, dealing with the heart tumor. Sometimes I think about it, I almost cry every day because I'm so grateful and thankful that, you know, I'm alive. I really, really am. I'm doing makeup and talking about this. I hadn't planned on it. But, you know, just life in general is so precious. Growing older, you know, you're like, oh my goodness, growing older. It is scary because you just never know what's ahead. That's the thing. I would have never known in a million years that I would have atrial a heart tumor on my heart that needed to be removed. I'm so thankful and grateful and blessed because the doctors keep asking me, they kept asking me, you never passed out? You never had a stroke? You never had a heart attack? It's very rare. It was usually 3 centimeters, mine was 6. So, you know, I'm very thankful. And yes, growing older can be a little scary. I think the scary part is not knowing what's going on. You know, what's ahead, I guess. But I guess we never do know what's ahead, even when we're younger. We're just not thinking about that in our youthfulness, you know? Let me drink me some coffee. I'm gonna use this primer by Dermatology, the #1 primer. I'm gonna use this because I do like whatever makeup, tinted moisturizers, whatever I apply to my skin to go on smoothly and evenly. And I noticed that applying a primer does that for my skin, you know. So I'm gonna take the Hourglass Veil. It says Hydrating Skin Tint, and I'm in shade number 11 in this. And I can apply it with my hands, but I like to apply it on my makeup pan, okay? I just apply a little bit on here and take my makeup brush. BK Beauty was 101, the 101 brush. I think I can take the 101 and the smaller brush. I have 2 of them, but I'm gonna use the smaller one today because that's the one I cleaned. I thought I cleaned the big one, but I cleaned. So, and we're gonna just apply this to my skin. I like this because it feels lightweight. It looks lightweight on my skin. You know, you can use your hands, toothbrush or a sponge. I like the way this looks on my skin. It looks very natural, you know, but makes my skin look better. So I love it. And I apply it all the way down to my neck. I don't even hide the little scars from my surgery, you know, but the thing is now with that, like I said, I'm so grateful and thankful, and I think about it quite often. Sometimes just sitting in my living room and I just bust out crying because I'm crying. Not a sad cry, a happy cry, thankfulness. And every time I go to the doctor now, they're saying, okay, are you depressed? Are you feeling sad? And I'm not depressed at all because, you know, the doctor said that is normal if I am depressed. But I'm not. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful to just have God in my life. You know, I feel thankful and I feel gratitude, you know. So, anyway, let me just go on with this makeup. But I think that's sometimes the part of growing older, you know, that's the scary part. But I wouldn't change anything. I'm so thankful to be here, growing older, going through what I'm going through. Okay, so far this looks pretty good, I would say. I take my beauty sponge. This sponge, I believe, I got from e.l.f., I believe. Wet n Wild or e.l.f., but I love this. It's just damp, and I just tap off anything, any excess, if there is any excess around the hairline, you know, that. So, the one thing that I appreciate as I grow older is I have more wisdom. When you're younger, you know, you feel like you know everything, but you don't. As you get older, I see what my parents say. We feel like we know more than our parents when we're younger, in our 20s and 30s. But we don't know anything, honey. We know nothing. I'm using this brow pen by Brow Power. And I'm just going to fill them in a little bit today. Very lightly. And I always talk about my eyebrows. I always say they're sisters, not twins. I learned that years ago on the makeup counter. I was trying to do my eyebrows, and this older lady on the counter, been working there for years, and you know, I'm in my 20s, I'm trying to get them perfect. She was like, honey, they're sisters, not twins. You're spending all this time trying to make your eyebrows look alike, and they're never gonna look alike. That really stuck with me. So I always tell everyone the same thing. They're sisters, not twins. It just made so much sense to me. You know, everything on your body is a little different, like your eyes are different. This eye is not the same as this eye. Something a little different is about it. So, you know, you have to learn that. And that's what made me say, okay, I don't take forever on my eyebrows anymore. I used to, honey. They had to be perfect, but not anymore. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm wiser. I don't let things bother me as much. Now, I used to. And the thing is, I feel like I can tell you what's on my mind. If you say something to me, I'm going to say something back to you. You know, that's how I feel like. You cannot get under my skin like you used to. I don't care if you talk about me, say whatever you need to say. You don't bother me like that anymore. Like, you just really don't. I'm going to use my Hourglass and Doom on my eyelids as a, what is it? Primer for my lids. Let me clean up my brow. And I'm going to use Mama Lonnie. It's called Brow and Eye Highlighter. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit up under my eyes. I like this. I like to clean up my brows this way. To me, it's just faster. And I don't have to really take a whole bunch of time. Just clean it up. I usually use my Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I don't see it, but this is just as good. Using my BK Beauty 110 brush to just blend this out on my eyes. As you get older, things start happening to your body. Things can start happening to your body when you're younger. But, you know, especially when you're older and you just start taking life and looking at life as being precious. Every year is a blessing. And especially when you go through something traumatic as what I went through. And I'm just so, I can't tell you the gratitude. When I go to church, sometimes I just sit there in amazement and just cry. Sometimes I just do. I'm using the Angie A506 just to make sure I get it right in this little area. Sometimes just a little dark. But I like to blend this out. But these days, I like my skin to look really natural and fresh. And yeah, that's what I'm going for. A more natural, fresh look. Drink me some coffee. I don't know why I put this spoon in there. I put honey in my coffee. I drink black coffee, but I add a little bit of honey sometimes. I'm just going to use the Essence Contouring Duo Palette. And I'm just going in and using the bronzer on my lid. This is a little wet. I think that's, yeah. Just to put some life back into my eyes. I tell you, these days I really do like natural, soft makeup look, you know. It's like the best. As I'm getting older, I'm telling you, I used to, and I still do. Now, sometimes I will add some eyeshadow, honey, and lashes when I'm really going somewhere extravagant or a really special occasion, or if I'm just in the mood. But you know, today is North Carolina is hot, but lately it's been really nice here. It's shocking me because usually May is super hot and muggy, and it's not. It feels like spring, and the temperature keeps changing. It gets cool. It's not as hot as it was, you know. So it's really weird. So just add a little bit of a life back to my eyelids. Not doing a lot. I really want that natural clean look, and I know a lot of people like the natural clean look these days. And I'm just applying a little line right above my lashes, not doing a wing. As I'm just sitting here thinking, getting older, I'm able to share the wisdom with my children, my grandchildren. You know, when they're telling me things and I'm listening, I'm like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but let me give you some wisdom, some life experiences. And I see what my parents meant when they say, let me explain and share this with you so you won't have to go through what I went through. It's amazing how many things we think we know when we're young. And we know nothing, honey. Nothing. And again, today I'm not wearing lashes. I'm gonna start out with Maybelline, the Falsy Lash Lift, and then end it in the Essence Lash. I like just using this combo together. It makes my lashes really look lengthy. And now I don't take a lot of time with this either. I put several coats. The things that I have noticed is that, you know, I don't let the small stuff get me anymore. And especially with going through this heart issue, you know, things used to bother me as I was younger. If you say something about me, especially if some things weren't true, if you say something, I was like, that is not even true. I'm trying to defend myself and explain my side, and when I don't have to do that, you know. It's like, I don't have to explain my side to you. I know it's not true. Think what the heck you want. And I'm saying it nicely. I used to just say and don't care whether I hurt your feelings or not. Sometimes now I do think about what I'm saying. However, if you say something disrespectful to me, I will, you know, correct you where you stand. Like, that's, You're not going to disrespect me and be rude to me, you know. However, I just don't deal with a lot of foolishness, and I don't have to be around you. Something is not worth your time and energy. Some things you can say, well, you know what, I choose not to even deal with that. You don't even have to deal with it. Choose your battles. I used to hear my mom, my dad say that. No, like, you know, I really never understood it until I've gotten older, until I hit my 40s and 50s. You know, choose your battles. My husband is a great example of that. Sometimes people do things, and I'm like, you're not going to say? It's like, why? They do things or say things or some things that I'm like, you know what? I would let them. He's like, why? Choose your battles. I'm not dealing with that. I don't have to. And when you think of it that way, you're right. Just like with friends, you don't have to deal with people that are envious and jealous of you. Sometimes you don't even realize they're envious and jealous. See, that's the things you start learning how to cut some people off, cut some things and people that's not good for you off. Sometimes you're hanging on dead weight, you know, and when you release them, your life changes for the better. I found that out as you get older. These are the things sometimes that you don't want to do, but necessary. All right, so this is Dermatology, the Luminous Eye Corrector, SPF, and Tan. I really love this. I use this as a concealer and a corrector, and it doesn't crease, and I love it. Love it. Love it. And you don't have to use this as a concealer. You can also do this and add concealer on top of it, but I feel the need not to. Today, my eyes look pretty good, and that's what I do. I look at it and say, I don't see any darkness. I got some sleep, you know, and I feel pretty good. So, cut some dead weight out of your life, and you'll feel so much happier. I promise you. Oh my goodness. I promise you. I like to take a little bit of the bronzer and just apply it under my eyes. Sometimes it just wakes me up. And this is one by Charlotte Tilbury. I need to get some more because I hit pan. I just take my setting powder from Hourglass. It's the Ambient Diffuser, right? And just apply very lightly under my eyes. I told you, I don't bake. Just very lightly. A little bit goes a long way. Especially if you have aging eyes, like I do. You do not want creasing to occur, okay? That's a no-no. And that would mess your entire look up. And I'm just taking that and just kind of smoking it out a little bit more. The same bronzer. I'm just going to go on my cheeks. Give me a little bit of color. Looks like I've been out in the sun a little bit. Not doing a whole bunch, you know, just a little bit of something. This is so quick and easy. This usually takes me every bit of really 5 minutes. I'll say, if that, 5, let's say 5 to 10, but it really takes me no time to get dressed with this, using a tinted moisturizer. I'm just applying some on my, I feel like my eyes is missing a little something. You know what, so let me go in with a brown eyeliner today. I think I'm going to just use, the name is scratched off, so I'm sorry. I always just use brown, never black. Okay, now I find my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil when I'm not looking for it. But anyway, like I was saying, you know, after something traumatic, growing older, it just wakes you up. But it wakes you up before that. It woke me up. I was always thinking and grateful for just the wisdom that I have now. Yeah, I'm telling you, I really thought I had some wisdom before, but honey, you don't. Let's see. Now I'm using the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush. Very affordable. I'm just applying it right up here. Don't bring it all the way down for the rosy cheeks. I don't like the rosy cheeks. Just apply it up here very lightly. Or you can just keep it with just the bronzer itself. You don't have to apply the blush. But I like to apply the brush. Give me like more of a flush look right here on top of my nose area as well. All right. Oh, just one call. Look at time. Make sure time's not getting away from me. And sometimes I like to use bright lipsticks. I really like that. And sometimes I like using just the nude type lipstick. And I'm debating today. I think I want nude. You know what I cannot find in Milani? You all ask me all the time about this lip gloss, and I love it. It's not a lip gloss. It's a matte lipstick. It's by Milani and number 11 Precious. And I cannot find this anymore. I love this shade. This is one of my favorite shades. So I try to scrape what I can out of it and apply other things to it. Let me see. I'm using red. And let me see, I'm trying to find my little brown. I bought a new one, and it's called something. I don't know where it is. Buy new products and cannot find them. I bought a new, like a coffee bean type lip liner, and I can't find it. But I like to mix them with the light and the brown. But I go over it. So this is, I'm scraping the bottom, y'all. I'm just telling you, I love this new lipstick. It's just, oh, my grandbaby downstairs, Ray's getting up. Might hear him crying. So grateful and thankful I didn't have a heart attack or a stroke. You know, I look at my mom at age 75 and my husband's dad, he's 90. And I'm like, what a blessing to get older. They have so much wisdom. My mom, she tells me stories about growing up and just the things that she's been through. And I love to just sit there and just listen to her. Listen to him. We try to take our parents somewhere. We take them together because, you know, they like to just be around and talk about the old days. So we sometimes take our mom and my dad-in-law to places to eat out of town and things like that, just to get them out and about, you know. So, and man, honey, they still be hitting on my mom. This is one by Milani called, the number is 120. It's nice, and I apply it on it. And I like to use this brow pencil. The highlighter that I use, it has a darker end on the side. It's two-sided, and I just like to go around it and I like to use it around my lips. Just, I don't know, blends everything in. It doesn't look like a lip liner. It just blends everything. And I might wear a gloss. Anyway, let me go ahead and set everything. Now I'm going to take my setting powder. This is really quick and easy. And let's just do everything. If this powder blends your blush in too much, you can always go back over it. Now I'm taking my all-nighter. And I'm just going to take my Hourglass palette, and this is the ambient one. It has these little 4 shades in it. I love. I'm going to use the highlighter out of this palette because I just love this one. It's very soft. And I just apply a little bit. And we'll fix this hair, honey. Let's get started. Okay, so this is basically the final look. There it is right here. So, in conclusion, I am so happy to have the opportunity to grow older. I'm 53 years old, and hopefully I will make it to 54 and up, 75 like my mom, or 90 years old like my father-in-law. But anyway, guys, this is the simple, easy look. Usually it takes me like 5 minutes or so. I say 5 or 6 minutes to complete this look. Simple, easy, and I think it looks really nice and complete. You know, it's not overly done. So anyway, guys, thank you so very much for just taking time out to watch this video. I greatly appreciate it. Peace and love until next time.